Hey YouTube, this is GB Lone Guy. It's September 20th, 6:40 in the morning Pacific time. And one thing I noticed this morning when I did my usual check of the earthquake scene over here, USGS site, is I noticed the absolute quiet of this end of town over here. I mean, this area has some activity, these larger yellow boxes in the last week. Quite a bit of activity, in fact. Fiji, this big one down here I want to talk about, the 7.3 here. But anyway, I noticed this gigantic quiet. It seems so quiet on the west coast. I'm up here in this northwest of California, so it concerned me a little bit. Then I want to show you something else I just checked. Okay, this guy, he always does the solar watch, thebarcorller. He's got the solarwatcher.net as well. Anyway, I've been watching his videos for months now, and he makes these comparisons and kind of calls for areas that he's concerned about earthquakes. A little difficult to understand his accent, but he's talking particularly about these solar coronal hull areas and their relationship to the Earth and to earthquake seismic activity. So take a look at something I noticed here just the other day, because that 7.3 earthquake caught my attention down in Fiji. So just listen up for this a second.
Now looking at the latest coronal hole information via solon.info, and there is a feature deep down in the southern hemisphere that has caught my attention, and that's the main area of focus for my watch. Now looking at a split screen between the SDO 193 angstrom and a still, and we get to see a significant coronal hole formation deep down in the southern hemisphere that has opened up quite drastically over the last 12 hours, and a significant southern portion to this coronal hole. Now I do feel there's a strong earthquake embedded within this coronal hole as it's moving quite drastically, and the main areas of focus would be 21 to 26 degrees south latitude, and I do feel there could be a potential of a 7 magnitude earthquake on the dates of September 15 or September 16. I'm now going to plot and map some regions I feel that may be at risk for a significant event based on solar symmetry as best mapped to the Earth. And my main area of concern for this week are for the regions of Tonga, the Kermadec Islands, and also Loyalty Islands. I do feel that these regions are the most at risk for a significant event based on solar symmetry.
Alright, so he's basically said on September 14th when he published this video that he was expecting a sizable earthquake in the area of Tonga or the other areas he mentioned right out here. So I wanted to see what those areas were and where they were. So hold on, let me show you this one. Alright, so this is where Tonga is located, right here. And here you can see Australia, New Zealand, these islands, and pay particular close attention to these islands right here. Alright, now this is the location of the 7.3 earthquake that took place in Fiji. See these two little islands right here? And look at where this is. This is the area that he talked about right here off of Australia and New Zealand. And this, if you zoom in on these over here, this is exactly right here, these two islands. So he nailed it. He called this one. Now, what's got me concerned is watch this. Okay, now here's his most current one.
Greetings. This is a volcano and earthquake watch for September 22 through to September 26. I'm expecting conditions to step up in terms of seismic activities, mainly due to celestial influences and some significant solar features on the solar corona, with a possibility of a 7.5 magnitude earthquake during it. And the most likely fit area, or best mapped area from Sun to Earth, is the region of Antofagasta, Chile. And my second area of concern is the Kermadec Islands, stretching up towards the Tonga, and also the south of Fiji region. And there is another region high up in the northern latitudes that may produce a significant earthquake, and I will be plotting and mapping this region now. Solar symmetry indicates the northeastern flank of the Pacific Ocean could be at risk for a significant earthquake, and the main areas of focus will be the Kodak Islands region, southern Alaska, the Gulf of Alaska, and also the Alaskan Peninsula. These will be the main areas of focus for these latitude zones for 56 to 60 degrees north latitude.
Now, the reason I'm concerned about that is because this is the area that I noticed was quiet, and this is also the area that they're expecting a large earthquake, and this is also the area that I live in. That's why I'm paying close attention. Anyway, this caught my attention today. I'm going to look into it a little bit further. Now, he does a lot of predictions, and they're not all right. And I'm just saying that this is a kind of a combination of things. We're kind of thinking that we're due for an earthquake in this area in the Pacific Northwest. And there's been some recent activity that came after a long quiet period. Well, now we're into another sort of a quiet period, and there's some big action going on around us, so that's the reason for concern. Anyway, I'm just saying.